What's going on, Pokemaniacs? Welcome to the channel. I'm Trainer Red, and today I'm going to be talking about Scizor and Pokemon Unite. I've been playing him for about a month, and after his initial release, I think he's a really good Pokemon and in a good spot at the moment. To start off, I'm doing solo queue ranked match in veteran class. I'm running center lane because no one has communication in solo queue, even though I initially said I wanted to do top lane. I'm doing center. I usually like to do top lane, and I like to go in and score fast, get those stacks because I'm running attack late. I'm also running weakness policy and muscle band. Weakness policy is great for those in your face Pokemon, which Scizor is. Muscle band adds the attack. At first I ran Razor Claw for an extra attack and crit damage, but I found attack weight is much better. As for my boost emblems, I mainly went with the all orange setup. Orange gives you, or gives your Pokemon that extra attack, which Scizor initially needed. Before Scizor's buff, he was so weak, it was just sad. Now he feels very tanky and could dish out some attack. Before his buff, I pretty much ran anything and everything to get his attack up, which should not be the case for any Pokemon. I gave him X attack along with the orange emblems and Razor Claw, Scope Lens, and Muscle Band, and it still wasn't enough to save this Pokemon. But with this buff, I'm able to use X Speed as my item, and mobility is key in this game, so I always like to choose X Speed. I like X Attack to get you out of certain situations, but I feel like Speed is overall better value. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert with Scizor, but I have a really good feel for him now that I've been playing him for a couple weeks. You have a choice of keeping Scyther and not evolving into Scizor depending on which moves you choose. At level 5, you get to choose between Dual Wing Beat or Bullet Punch. If you choose Dual Wing Beat, you stay as Scyther. If you choose Bullet Punch, you evolve into Scizor. Level 5 is pretty quick to evolve to your final form compared to Pokemon like Tyranitar, which is a good thing because you get to the fun part more quickly. I chose to play as Scizor instead of Scyther because I feel Scyther is a good pseudo speedster. I just like Scizor better. He's able to take a lot of hits and still remain in the game. In my opinion, I feel Scyther, though a good damage dealer, is just a bit squishy. Pre-buff, I think Scizor had a lot of issues, especially when you're locked into spending gems on him for the first week. I just want to be clear that I don't like this new model of waiting a week after release of new Pokemon to buy them with coins. I don't think the developers deserve to get paid. I do think they deserve to get paid, but I don't think this is the right way. There's a lot of things going with the game. There could be other things you could do besides locking free-to-play players out for a week. For instance, spicing up the battle pass or having people pay for skins. The other part is increasing the price in coins for Pokemon. I don't think this is great. I think that 14k is a lot, and it's a little bit ridiculous. Hopefully it doesn't go up further for future Pokemon. I'm able to keep up with it so far because I grind the game, but some people who don't grind as much as me, are out of luck. Rant aside, I think this is a good Pokemon with not very many weaknesses. The other move I use besides Bullet Punch, which you need to evolve into Scizor, is Swords Dance. I believe it increases his attack by a lot, which is great, so I could dance around and take out Pokemon. I feel like this is the best combo you can do. You could do the other move where he jumps around. It does like a little double jump, but that one really isn't for me. So basically now I pushed everyone back from the enemy side, and now it's just time to take the objective. We're going to quickly sweep this Regieleki. I do see that Mamoswine coming in, so I tried to defend as much as possible. Thankfully we get Regieleki, and it's off to the races. So now I decided to go down because I see there's a huge fight going on. I decided not to partake in that. I just want to go down and maybe score on the other side while everyone's distracted, and possibly stop the enemy from scoring on our side. And there it is. There are enemy team trying to score on us, so I quickly take them out. I use my Unite move because why not? And then I go and I try to rush. There's the Cramorant, but he's no problem. I make quick work with him with Scizor. Then I quickly try to score before an enemy team starts coming at me. And now it's a 2-on-1, and it's something Scizor can't handle. Just I don't even need the Unite move. I'm just plowing through him. Just keep him coming, keep knocking him down. Alright, now the Charizard's after me, and I feel a little bit of the pressure, but Scizor's still staying in there. And he's not weak to fire. So we're just taking out enemies, just taking them out one at a time. I'm feeling very confident. Now it's 3-on-1, I take out more, and he's still in it, and it's insane. This is why I love this Pokemon. And then of course my teammates come and help me out, so I could just run away and get this bird dragon. Now that the enemy team has been pushed back, it's time to get the objective. I like Registeel, he gives a nice little buff to my Pokemon. I do see the enemy team coming, so I make sure to stop because that Greninja can swipe me away. So all these Pokemon try to take me out, and I'm still going. I don't know where my team is, but the Charizard has to use his Unite move to try and take me out, and he still doesn't. We get the objective, and we're good to go. I'm heading back to base to heal up a little bit. So now that I got to base, I healed up, I'm just gonna do my center lane duty and get these orange and blue buffs, just so I have more attack power on me so I can start sweeping enemies again. Thought about going for the blue buff, but then I see the enemy pressure and I see that the objective is still up. I wanted to make sure that we secure the objective again. So I just go in, I see that Puff Boy is handling him pretty good, so I just go in, take him out at the end, and then start hammering away at the Regieleki. And now I see their aura, so it's like I gotta go quickly and take this objective out, and we do. Now that we got the objective, I'm just gonna go in and steal a little bit more experience points, and this is where the fun part begins. I see that Rayquaza's almost up. I thought about fighting that Greninja, but I'm like, you know, it's time to help out my teammates and probably score some more points. And this is the part where you get to see Scizor putting in work, and I'm just like destroying everyone, and they just keep coming, and I'm just taking them out. Just to scoring this Regieleki, it's amazing. Like he takes some damage, but he bounces right back, and with that attack, I'm just knocking everyone out. So everyone's sitting on the bench. And then obviously I get too greedy and everyone's going to get revived and get their health back on the enemy side, and I just take the L. I got too greedy. I just thought I could just take everyone forever, and that's what Scizor does for you. If you get enough attack stacks, he just goes to town, and then he just feels unstoppable until the team like goes and gets their health back. Otherwise, we probably could have had Rayquaza. I almost lost it for us because I was too greedy and I was just knocking everyone out, and the timer was just too big, and then everyone started scoring. But luckily, this is a win for us. And that's pretty much game. Overall, I think Scizor is an amazing Pokemon. If I were to do a tier list, I'd say he's A tier or slightly below A tier, which is pretty good to have a Pokemon competent enough to withstand solo queue, especially when you go up with a bunch of randos. And that's it for the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite thing about Scizor is, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.